Okay, so I'm going to show you how to download the samples that you need now. So they will be in Teams, so you need to go to your Teams. So the Teams is on the left hand side in the Teams program, and you need to find your class. Let's do this as an example of a Year 9 class, and we go to Files at the top. Okay, so wherever your team is, you should see your team name here of your class, and then in the Files section you then go to the class materials, and here they are in the Bhangra project, samples. You now have these samples that you are going to put into your BandLab project. The best way to do this is if you download the samples to your computer. So let's start with this Tumbi sample, and rather than just clicking on it will just play the sample for you. I go to these three dots next to the name of it, and I'm going to click download. Now you should make sure you know where on your computer these samples are going to be downloaded, because that's where you're going to you need to find them and upload them onto BandLab. So I'm going to click download, and it will download to my computer. Okay, so you can do that for all of these samples. And the next step is once you've downloaded them from Teams, you need to input the samples onto BandLab. What I suggest, if you can do this, you need to find where the samples have been downloaded onto your computer, and if you can have the folder with the samples open on one side of your screen and BandLab open on the other side, that will be ideal to do this. Okay, it's quite straightforward to do it. You just drag, you choose a sample, you click on that sample, you don't need to play it, and then you just drag it onto this at the bottom where it says drop a loop or an audio, and then you can just move them all to the beginning. You might just mute them initially until you've got them all in, and each sample should have its own track. So once you've got one in, you go to the next one, it goes there, and it's quite useful. It automatically names the track after that sample. Try to avoid, some of the samples are shorter, and try to avoid putting more than one sample on one track. So for example, if I put this kick one and then I get another sample and it goes on the same track, you want to avoid that. If you do something like that, you can just click on the one that's a mistake and press the backspace or delete button, and then try again. So they each get their own track. You might then just want to mute them all. So to mute, press this M once you've put them all in, and put them at the beginning, and then you can listen to them individually and work out what the arrangement's going to be. Okay, have a go at doing that now.